You're not behind with AI yet. Every single day there's a new tool or business idea that makes you feel like it. So most people are rushing to learn this in multiple days or even just a couple weeks, just to quit and then think they can learn everything. But the reality is that you can learn what the top AI users know in less than 1 hour. My name's JP, and I've spent 7 years using AI to build a business that's done over $25 million in revenue. I've also taught dozens of partners how to do the exact same thing I've already done with my business. So in the next couple minutes, I'm gonna show you exactly how to use AI to make your life and job easier or start a business that can replace your job. By the end, you won't just catch up with 90% of users out there, you'll be ahead of almost everyone. So let's get into it. Before you can make a single dollar with AI, there's one thing about how it actually works that you need to understand, because almost everyone gets this wrong. Most people treat AI like a magic box that knows the answer to everything, and it's not. When you ask it something, it's fed a massive amount of text, and all it really does is predicts the words with the highest probability of coming up based on the patterns it's seen. That's it. It's like autocomplete on your phone, or those suggestions that pop up when you start typing in a search bar and you start a sentence. And it guesses what usually comes next. AI is that same idea, just a lot more powerful, which means it doesn't give you the best answer. It gives you the most predictable one. And because it has no idea what your specific situation is unless you tell it, the quality of what you get out is decided almost entirely by the quality of what you put in. So if AI only gives you back what you put in, the obvious next question is, what exactly should you be putting in to the AI? So when AI doesn't give you what you want, AI isn't being dumb or stupid, that's a communication problem on your end. You're handing it a vague request and expecting a specific answer back. So here's the fix. There's a simple formula for writing an instruction AI can actually act on, and it spells RACE, R-A-C-E. R is for role. You give the AI a character to play, act like a traveler agent, act like an accountant, something like that. A is for action, the specific job you want done, plan my trip. That's an example. C is for context, everything about your situation. 4 days, 2 people, a $3,000 budget, and we love food and nightlife. We're big foodies, right? And then E is for expectations, how you want the answer delivered. Give it to me as a day-by-day table. That could be an example there. And that's it. A bad prompt asks AI a question. A good prompt gives AI a job. And RACE is how you hand it the job. Here's an example. You are a business coach specializing in helping digital entrepreneurs scale their first revenue stream from $5K to $50,000 a month. I need you to diagnose the bottlenecks of my business and create a 90-day action plan. Here's everything you should know. I run an e-commerce automation business using Shopify, currently making $8,000 a month with about 15 hours of work per week. My client acquisition is purely referral based. I have no documented processes, and I'm turning down projects because I don't have time to do them. My biggest frustration is that I'm stuck doing everything myself and can't scale beyond my own hours. I want to hire help, but don't know what to delegate first. Give me the answer as a prioritized action plan, organized by month 1, month 2, month 3, with specific tasks under each month, ordered by impact, and include the reasoning for why each task matters in that sequence. All right, you know how to talk to AI now, but there's a mistake that keeps beginners stuck for a very long time, and it's not doing too little, it's trying to do too much. Every single week, there's a new tool, a new model, a new this changes everything video. So beginners will hop from ChatGPT to Claude to Gemini, to Grok, to whatever dropped the past day or the past week, always starting over, never going deep on any of them. And there's a real cost to that. The American Psychological Association found that switching between tasks can cost you up to 40% of your productive time. Now think about what you're doing when you pick up a brand new AI tool every single week. You're paying that exact same reset tax, except you're paying for it with your learning. You never get past being a beginner because you keep restarting the climb, and spreading yourself thin across 5 tools means that you won't be great in all 5. So pick one AI tool and go very deep, and honestly, it doesn't really matter which one you pick. It could be ChatGPT 5, Claude, Gemini, Grok. They're all very powerful and very capable. What matters is that you stop collecting tools and start mastering one. One tool you know inside and out will beat 5 you've barely touched every single time. So the people who are actually good at AI aren't the ones with the most tools open. They're the ones who picked one and stuck with it. And if you're not sure which one to pick, let AI decide it for you. Use a prompt like, I'm a complete beginner trying to pick one AI tool to learn deeply. Compare ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini, or even Grok in plain language, what each is best at, what each is weaker at, and who each suits most. Then ask me a few questions about what I'll mainly use AI for, and based on my answers, recommend the single best one for me. Be direct. And that's all you have to do. Read the breakdown, answer its questions, pick one, then don't even look at the others until you've actually gotten good with the one you chose. Now you can watch 100 videos exactly like this one, take notes on every single one of them, and still not make a single dollar. Here's why. Watching AI content feels like progress. You're learning, you're taking notes, you feel productive. So your brain hands you a little reward and you never notice that you haven't actually built anything. But consuming isn't doing. It just feels like it. And knowledge you never use has a value of exactly 0. It doesn't pay your rent, it just sits there. There was a guy named Brian Chesky. He was a broke designer who couldn't afford his rent in San Francisco. A big design conference was coming to town. All the hotels were sold out and he thought of an idea. He thought, what if I just rent out space in my apartment with air mattresses and give them breakfast? And so he and his roommate, Joe Gebbia, threw up a simple website, bought 3 air mattresses and charged people to sleep on their floor during the conference. And that one desperate move to make rent turned into Airbnb, which today connects millions of travelers with unique stays worldwide, and it's valued at over $10 billion. So here's the shift. Stop being a consumer of AI knowledge and become a builder with it. A consumer is always asking, what should I learn next? A builder asks a completely different question. What can I actually make with what I already know? The people making real money with AI aren't ones who watch the most. They're the ones who took one skill and pointed it at something real. Here's the prompt that turns what you already have into actual ideas. I want to use AI to build something that makes money, starting from what I already have. Here's my background, the skills I'm genuinely good at, the things I know a lot about, and the people I have access to. Based only on that, give me realistic business or service ideas I could start. For each one, what problem it solves and who would pay for it. Be direct and be very specific. And then look at what comes back and pick the one that fits you best. Now we're gonna cover how you actually talk to AI day to day. And this is something everyone does, but only the people getting results understand how to do it right. Most people push AI. And what I mean by that is they try to think of every single instruction themselves. Then they force the AI down a path, a very narrow path, step by step, exactly the way they planned it. And the problem with pushing it is simple. You usually don't even know what AI needs to do the job well. So you're guessing. You're leaving out the details that actually matter because you don't know they matter. So picture trying to plan something with AI, a trip, a project, a budget. You type out your request, you hit enter, and then the answer comes back flat and extremely generic, not very useful. So you go back and forth 10 to 12 times, slowly feeding it the things. And then by the end, you're exhausted and you don't love the result. That's pushing. And it's the slowest, most frustrating way to use AI there is. So here's the shift. Instead of pushing AI through the steps, you pull. You hand it the goal, and then you make the AI ask you questions, and you let it figure out what's missing and interview you for it. Because AI actually knows what information it needs better than you do. You don't have to know all the right questions, you just have to let AI ask them. So here's the prompt, and you can attach it to almost any task you want to ask AI. My goal is whatever you're trying to achieve, before you do anything, ask me every question you need, one at a time. To do this really well, once you have everything, then complete it. There's something you're doing in every single AI chat that's wasting hours of your week, and you've probably never noticed it. Every time you open a new chat, the AI has total amnesia. It doesn't know who you are, what you do, what you're working towards. You're a complete stranger to it every single time that you come to it. It's kind of like hiring a brand new assistant every single morning. Before that assistant can do anything useful, you have to sit them down and re-explain who you are, what you need, and how you like things done. A few minutes, it doesn't sound like a lot, but you do that every single chat, every single day across weeks. That's hours gone, and the work still starts from 0 each time. This is also exactly why so many AI answers feel like they were written for anyone, because to the AI, they were. It doesn't know you. And it's not just who you are, it's the work itself. You retype the same instructions for the same reoccurring task over and over, rebuilding it from scratch, literally every single time. So here are 2 fixes that kill the repetition for good. The first is a master prompt. That's just a short manual about you, who you are, your situation, your goals, that you hand the AI so it stops treating you like a stranger. The second is a system prompt. That's a set of instructions for a task you do over and over, written once and then saved so that the AI runs the whole job the same way every single time to a T. These system prompts can live permanently inside something called a project if you're using Claude, a save space that reads your manual before every single conversation you have with it, so you never have to paste it again. And then to build your master prompt, just let AI interview you. Use a prompt like, I want to create a manual about me that I can give you at the start of any chat so you always know who you're talking to. Interview me one question at a time about my background, what I do, my goals, and how I like answers delivered. When you're done, organize all of it into one clean document I can save. Then drop that document into your project, your custom GPT or gem, so it loads automatically. And for system prompts, it's literally the exact same idea. Take any task you do over and over that you keep repeating, write the steps out once, save it, and then stop rebuilding it every single time like everyone else does. Now, most people think that just because they can use AI, they can build anything they want and they can make tons of money with it. But not everything is worth the same. Impressive, flashy automations usually aren't valuable because most of the videos showing you how to build cool shit are doing it to just capture your attention. They're not actually selling these automations to real businesses. Nobody pays you because your AI build is cool. They pay you because it makes them more money or it takes away a problem that's been costing them money. Think about WD-40. It's literally a can of spray that stops squeaks and loosens rusted bolts. It might be the most boring product on the entire planet. It's barely changed in literally 70 years, and there's nothing exciting about it, but it solves one real annoying problem so well that WD-40's company pulls in around $600 million a year, and it's worth over $3 billion on the stock market. It didn't win by being sexy. It won by solving one problem people are always gonna have. A tool is only worth something if it solves a problem. No problem means it has no value. It doesn't matter how clever or impressive it looks. So you've got the skills now, you know how AI works, you know how to talk to it, you've got it set up to work for you. The only piece left is knowing which problems are actually the ones worth solving. And if you want to know the problems that I solved to build my $25 million AI agency and exactly how I solved them with AI, go watch this video right here. It has everything you need to know how to build a business with AI. That way you can bypass all the trial and error that I've already gone through over the last 7 years. I'll see you in the next one.